Testo 320. Mine's only got version 1.04 software. Here it is, October 2014. It's turning on. I'm going to update the software here. Updating your instrument. It says to unplug the cable. I've got this unplugged. It's not plugged in. It's at the start. Unplug the USB cable, switch it off, and hold down the up button. Then you plug in the cable, continuing to hold down the button. So, I'm going to turn this off. This has got version 1.04 in it. I'm going to hold down this button, turn it on, keep on holding the button down, and then bear with me, I'm going to go through and plug in the cable and then release it. Now, over here it says found new drive, and we're going to go over here and see over here it shows as an L drive with nothing in it. Interesting. So let's go back and let me read the instructions here. Release this. PC recognizes Testo, medium. Copy the AP320 RL bin file to the detectable removable medium. So over here in Windows Explorer, I've got a directory on my C drive called Testo 320, and there's a file in here I downloaded called AP32R0RELEXE. When I clicked on it, it wanted to extract the bin file. I put it in this thing called update, and there's the bin file. I'm going to copy this file. It's AP320REL bin, and I'm going to drop it over here on the L drive, which is in the Testo. So I'm updating surface. This I'm using, this has got XP here on this old IBM S50. We're copying the firmware update. Now this L drive is actually the Testo 320. And over here you can see it's going through the update. It says in the instruction this may take a little while. So to radiate, what you do is you got to have the cable unplugged, and then you go through and hold this button down, turn it on, and you keep on holding this up button down until you plug it in, and then you lift it up. And then the bin file over here is it's about 13 megs, 12780. Over here in the Testo stuff, I did go ahead and download on their site the USB driver. It's called V1.06 EXE. I clicked on that and installed that, and I didn't try it without that. So I tried it on a Mac and it didn't seem like to locate this. And over here it's installing the update. We'll see how long this is. I may have to go through and edit this out. Oh, it's goofy. It just keeps on going back and forth. I wish I had another bar that would let me know. It's just kind of like a minute or two, or is this going to be all night? The good thing is it's probably charging this thing when it's plugged in, so you don't have to worry about the battery pooping out. Okay, I downloaded this update from www.testo.com/en home search blah blah. Put in Testo 320 for downloads, and it lists all this stuff: instruction manual, blah blah blah, bootloader. Actually, it was the Testo 320 firmware update, 5 exe of 5 meg, and then that went through and extracted it on a PC, and it made a 12 meg file. It's a bin file. And over here it's still screwing around installing, so I'll wait a few more minutes. Oh, it's probably done. See, now it says charging battery. So it's done with its deal. The L drive's gone. Interesting. So it's got out of transfer mode, and it's got charging the battery on there because the cable's plugged in. Now I'm going to go ahead and hit the button here and turn it off. I'm going to unplug the cable. There it is, version 1.06. Now I purposely got the display turned real low so it doesn't overload the screen and has a little bit better video. But it was version 1.04. Now we're up to 1.06, whatever that means. Here's a USB mini. This cable came with the unit to regular USB. It's interesting, I tried on a Mac and it didn't, it flashed a few times, but I guess it's got to have the special little software there to recognize it. There's the code. Okay, I've got the USB connector hooked to the micro. I'm going to hold down this button and turn it on. Plug in the cable, continuing to hold down this button. So, bear with me, I'm going to attempt to plug in the cable. And I'm looking at a Mac just kind of curiously.
Because it didn't really show up.